Hello everyone. So I got my welding cart done. That's kind of phase one of my plan here. Now I'm trying to mock up a welding table. And like I had said previously, I have a big sheet of half-inch flat stock, and that's what I'm going to use for my tabletop. I've got a couple of these bases here. They're not huge, but I'm thinking on my table, I don't really want it too big. I want to be able to move it around. I'm going to have two of the casters being lockable. If that's not good enough, then I'll probably get two more and make all four and lock them in place. I do want it heavy enough so when I do lock it in place, it stays in place. I'm going to put my big vise on there. But anyways, I'm trying to mock this up with these old 1950s style drawers as well, just so I can use them for storage and stuff. And I don't want to weld them on. I want to bolt them on just in case I don't like it. So I'm trying to mock them up to where it's inside the legs. And yeah, I'm just going through that process now. So this will be another video of where I design as I go and build as I go. So just figure I'd take you along. Again, I'm using what I have. I actually picked these bases up at a photography store, which I guess still exists, but this one was going out of business. I got two of these heavy duty bases. I mean, it's 3/16 metal. I think it'll be plenty for what I need it to do. And each one of these casters are 500-pound casters. If my table ends up being 300-400 pounds, I'll be real happy about that. So anyways, I just figured I'd bring you along, kind of show you how I go about the process, and trying to have forward-thinking approach. So first I was thinking like a 2x4, 2 feet by 4 feet table, but then these old cabinets kind of made me go a different route. So now I'm thinking 30 to 36 by 4. So yeah, I'm just kind of going through that process now, and I'll just bring you along. So here's what I'm thinking here. This is going to be a very unique welding table. I mean, these are all metal. This is all metal. After I get everything mocked up, I'll have to grind down the paint where it needs to be. But I'm thinking, if I like these cabinets in here, then I may just go ahead and put some legs from the corners down to the bottom of the cabinets and not worry about going all the way up to the table, because I can take the flat top of the cabinets and secure it to the table. Now I also want to drill some holes in my table so I can hold fast and have a somewhat of a fixture table. So in the spirit of things, of reusing or using what you have on hand, this is going to be a process. It's going to take me some time to kind of figure out the bottoms of this cabinet have threaded inserts, and it took these threaded feet. Believe it or not, they still had grease on them. It was made in America in the 1950s, so it was heavy and strong. That's kind of why I want to reuse it, just to incorporate it into my tool set and stuff. It was an old school desk that happened to be in the shipping container that I bought. The guy asked me if I wanted it. Of course, he wanted me to want it because he didn't want to have to deal with it. So I took it off his hands, and I really do want to use it. One of these has a deep drawer with one drawer on top, and the other has, I think, 3 drawers. I'm not usually a fan of drawers because you put stuff in there and you forget about them. But I don't want. I want to be able to push this around, and I don't want a bunch of stuff dangling and possibly falling off. So I think that's the better route for me. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, I think we're just going to give it a go. I really want to use these cabinets. If I do that, I'm going to square them up with the ends, or flush them up with the ends. And my tabletop will hang over probably 2 to 3 inches on each side. I'll determine that once we get that far, because I got to have enough room to clamp down on, and I want to put my vise on one side, so I'll definitely have to beef that one side up because it's a heavy 8-inch vise. So I know if it looks like a weird welding table that you don't think will work, just bear with me. We'll get there, and hopefully it'll all come together at the end. So yeah, I think I got these cross members coming through here, and the threaded inserts on the bottom, I mean, they just land on the inside of this square tubing. So I'm going to drill through, hopefully all the way through, and be able to bolt those in. And probably just use something like this. Big old washer up here. I kind of wanted to put them on these cross members just for extra support. But not only that, but there's also threaded inserts in the base. I honestly don't know what this was for. So I could always, secure it that way too. Probably come from the other side. Oh no, I can't come from the other side. That's right. Yeah, it's solid all the way through. So it'll at least be secured twice on each cabinet. Then I can square it up, flip it over, square it up, and weld in some, leg supports in there. Yeah, we're just going to go for it. Okay, that worked out really well. I got to tweak this side just a smidge, maybe a 32nd to make it fit a little better. It's essentially outside to outside. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And I am actually one caster short, so I'm going to run in town later and get it. I'm just going to put you on time lapse and go through this one. Okay, so I got them secured to the rolling base there, and actually they're pretty secure. I'm still going to put some gussets and stuff, but I thought I'd throw the whole table back on just to get an idea of the size. And I actually like this size, but it's the 30 inches wide, not that big of a deal. But this is 60 inches, so it's. Yeah, I mean, it's 2.5 by 5, and my sheet, I believe, is 4 by 8. So I would like to just cut 30 inches off of it and have, so that's what these black lines are right here. This indicates 48 inches, so 4 feet wide. So I would lose, 6 inches on both sides. And I don't know if I want to do that because, like I said, I got that big vise. I'll show you this vise that I got from my father-in-law. And, man, I use it all the time. And I just have it on this old oak cabinet, which is heavy. I got all my nuts and bolts in there. But I want to transfer this vise over to that welding table. And it's an 8-inch vise. Very heavy. Surprisingly, though, it's only got the 2 bolts. So I'd probably just throw in some 45s underneath, support this up. But anyways, we'll get there. I want to transfer this over that so that hangover actually kind of comes in handy. So I say all that to say this. I may just go ahead and sacrifice some scrap on that big sheet of metal out there. So, because I do like this size. I wish this top would have been a metal top. I don't know if it would have been strong enough, but I think these cabinets are definitely strong enough. So either here or there, I think I'll go ahead and that'll be the next step. But for now, it is 4:12 Sunday evening, and I think we're going to run in town and get something to eat. I got to get one more caster, and then we'll pick this up next weekend. Thanks for watching.